Hey everyone, in this lab we're going to design and simulate a calculator, a simple calculator in Verilog. Our calculator design, has the following ports. Because it's a sequential circuit, it has clock, of course, and reset to reset all the registers before it starts, and valid. Valid is for taking the inputs, and if valid is 1, it saves. So it's like save button. It's like a button. So it used to be in the hardware, the FPGA that we do in the lab. We push button so that the input in the data in will be saved. So this is just an indication for our design to accept input, to take in input and save it. This is save. And after all the operations are done in the calculator, the outputs will be given to output. As you can see, the output is 8-bit, the input is also 8-bit. So what is the capability of our calculator? So our calculator can do multiplication. It takes in 2 inputs, 2 numbers, and it multiplies them. One operator is that. The other operator is addition. It can add 2 numbers. It can do subtraction. And the other one is it can do square operation. It has 4 different operations. And we used to use switches for that. But now, since we are simulating it, so we use valid. So our test bench provides valid in values 1 and 0 to save the values that is given as an input. And so our design has 3 states. The first state is used for saving the number. So in order to do the calculation, it has to save a number. It has to have a number, yeah? First, it saves a number to num1 register. After that, it goes to second state and it saves operator. It saves operator, what to do with the number. And the third part, it takes in another number and it does what the operator is telling. Okay, 3 steps. So the first part is to get the number, the first number. The second part is what to do, the operator. Is it multiplication? Is it plus? Is it minus? Is it square operation? So it decides in the second part because it takes in number, it takes in data in. So in the third part, it does the operation by getting the second number, and depending on the operator, it does the operation and it gives output at the third state. Okay, let's do the state diagram. In the state diagram is seen that we have 3 states, and these 3 states have different purpose. So it jumps from one state to another state based on valid. If valid is equal 1, it jumps from one of them to another one by doing some job. So let's say we are in state 0, and if we get 0, then output next is 0. We do nothing, we go back to itself. But if valid is 1, then num1 next gets value. Data in is the one giving inputs, as you have seen it from the block diagram. From data in, you get values, and that value is saved to the number 1. This is the first number. The first number. Okay, in all of them, the first number used. Okay, after that, what do we need? We need operator. So it takes number 1 from data in, and then it goes to state. At state 1, this is where you take operation. This is where you take operation. What operator we need here? So if valid is 1 when we are at state 1, so we take in operator from data in. Data in is always providing. Okay, so when valid is pressed when we are at state 1, we take data in and save it as operator, and then that value we go from state 1 to state 2. So at state 2, what do we do? If we are at state 2 and valid is 0, we do nothing. We go back to itself and output is still 0 in all of them. But when we are at state 2, and state 2 is the third state, first, second, third. And at this stage, if valid is pressed, then we look at the operator value that we have saved already in the previous state. We have saved it here already. We look at the operator, and if operator is 0, we do this operation, and out next will be this value, num1 plus data in. Data in is the second value that we have. Okay, this is just from data in, you don't touch it. This is the first value we have it. And if operator is 0, we check operator 0, and if operator is 0, then we do this operation and save it to out next. If it is 1, we do this subtraction. If it is 2, then we do this. Otherwise, if it is 3, then we do square operation. Okay, so this is the state diagram. This is the simplest calculator that we are doing here. Let me go and explain in the code. Now let me go ahead and create a new project. Let's call that project calculator next, finish, and let's add our files, assuming that you have already downloaded and extracted it. And let's go and LAB7 source code, download me, and add them. After adding these files, do not forget to take this one into simulation, apply, okay. Now we have it here already. Test bench is here. Let's go back here and let's check our code. So as you can see, the part that you're going to fill is here, the first state. In the first state, you take the data in and save it into num next one. The other one here is you take in data in and save it into operator. Now that you have number 1, the first number, and operator, you take the second number, data in, and then check the operator. If it is 0, then do addition. If it is 1, then do subtraction, just like seen in the lab file, lab7.pdf file, and you fill this part. Okay, after you fill this part, everything here is very similar, nothing new. We have data in, this is the input that we are taking, 8-bit input, the numbers we taken from here, and output is the result we output. And we have num1 and num1. This is just to save the first number. This is to save the operator, and we have registers here because we need to save now first number and operator, and we also need to save the output. State also has to be saved because this is sequential circuit. The first registers are here, and this is the combinational part. First we give default values for our registers in case none of the conditions are satisfied. Here we reset all the registers that we have to 0 in the beginning. If reset is 1, all of them has to be set to 0. After that, in the else side, we do our states. The first state, 0 state, we take the first number. The second, we take the operator here. The operator is taken here. And in the third state, which is state 2, we do operation, and then out next is given values. Okay, out next is given values. So this is how it is. Once everything is okay, once you complete this, you go to simulation and select test bench and run this part. Run it, run the simulation. After that, a new window will come out. Here the first thing you need to do is make it small. Let me add state, the waveforms, and after that nothing else is required. Here I will relaunch, no need to save, go back to default and change this format into unsigned. Out is also unsigned. Data in is also unsigned, so that we can see the numbers in the way we understand. Decimal, we understand it really easily. So the concept here is data in is giving values one by one. So first it gives us this. So we take this and save it as our number. After that, it gives us another value and we save this into operator. So the second value I get is as operator, okay? In state 1, I get as operator. So I have number 5 and operator 0. 0, what is 0? From our design, 0 is addition. So we get another value here again in the second state. So we have 5 plus 4. We have 5 plus 4. So at the next state, our result is here. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay. After that, we go to the first state, to the 0 state, and at there I get 10. 1 is minus, and 3. 3 is another number, so 10 minus 3 is 7. The result is here. Calculator is giving us the result. Okay. After that, I get to state 0 again. I get a number, an operator, and another number, and I give result here. So what is the number? 4. 4, what is 2 operator? 2 operator was minus. 4 minus, no, 2 was multiplication. Operator 2 was multiplication. So 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. The result is given here. The other was square operation. 2 operator 3 was square, so 2 square is 4. So all the results are correct. So if everything is okay, you'll get a result here, which is done. Correct addition operation is done. Correct subtraction operation is done. Correct multiplication operation is done. Correct square operation is done. If something was wrong, then this will be failed, and it will say wrong subtraction operation and all that. So you have to check this and you have to check this. Okay. Make sure you take a picture of this and submit. Thanks for watching.